Hello, classmates. My name is Megan. I have been a respiratory therapist since I graduated in 2022. I have worked at two hospitals now, just PRN in the Panhandle of Florida. One of them is a bigger, like level one trauma hospital, two ICUs. And that was actually the one that I did my clinicals at, my first hospital I started at, and I loved it. It's my baby. And then I got a second PRN job at a smaller little local hospital. They don't take traumas. They only have like an 8-bed ICU, and it is very nice. It's currently where I'm recording this because it's a little bit slower compared to the other hospital I work at. So it's kind of nice to have the best of both worlds and take a break, but also stay at the busy hospital and keep on top of my career and everything, like my skill sets, and constantly challenged with, I see a lot of different stuff that comes in, and it's kind of, it's fun and keeps me on my toes and interesting for sure. So we'll start off with the first and best question. What is your favorite dessert? My favorite dessert is cheesecake. I like any type of cheesecake. It doesn't matter. It could be chocolate, strawberry, plain cheesecake. I love it. What is the most challenging part of your professional career? So lately, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and what I've kind of come across and had some issues with that has been a little challenging for me is that I have grown up here my whole life, and I now work at two local hospitals. So I am seeing everybody and anybody, whether they've been, I went to middle school with them, high school, I worked with them at Beef O'Brady's down the road or something. See a lot of people I know, and it could be, mainly, nobody comes to the hospital for good scenarios. So most of the time it's bad scenarios. It's kind of hard to be in that scenario with them and, or their loved one, their grandma, their, whoever. And it's kind of hard to separate work and personal life and kind of take home that stuff and still see them out and, and just be like, hey, I know the last place you saw me was a hospital, and it's a little hard. I would say that's been the biggest challenge so far for me right now, is kind of trying to deal with that. And then also, like, people want to know, personal information about somebody that's in the hospital. Like, for example, we had a shark attack that happened, and it made big news. I mean, it was pretty talked about, and a lot of people wanted to know information on this person that was in the hospital for it. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you anything. Same thing, like friends with grandparents or, a friend of a friend and their friends in the hospital. Hey, how's Billy Bob doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry, and then they kind of get mad at me a little bit because they don't understand, that I can't risk my job sharing, information like that. Most people understand, but some people are like, you can tell me, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm like, it's not like that, but, and then I'd say another kind of challenging part too is, I would say 95% of the people I work with are amazing, but you do have that 5% sometimes that I've realized, and I'm not saying like it could be anybody, even, like doctors, whoever, that sometimes just don't really, aren't putting their 100% towards patient care. And I think it's important for us to be the advocates. It could be anybody, even the ladies coming in and cleaning or something, everybody needs to step up and say something if they notice something. And I've kind of noticed a couple times I'm the one doing that, and it could be against, the doctor or nurse or something, like some sort of neglect that's taken place. And it's really sad. I always, try to give every patient the care that I would personally want, or I would want for my grandma or somebody loved as well too. And it kind of sucks sometimes that, and I get it, people get burnout or, sometimes they, stack a million patients on and you just can't get to stuff sometimes. So I always hope that that's, the scenario. It's not, them just being neglectful, but I would say that's kind of a challenge too, that it sometimes like I take it home and it bothers me that I think about these patients that, something different could have happened, but it didn't. And I tried my best, but sometimes it's either, like either our fault or just the way that the world works sometimes. Um, and my professionally grown and my Boise State experience, I've had a great experience with this college so far. I'm only a couple classes away until I get my bachelor's. Yay! Um, and I have learned a lot from every class I've taken. I've learned very important stuff that I will continue to use throughout my career. I would say, like, any of the leadership stuff that I've learned has been very helpful. And also, like, all the case scenarios I've had to look up and look into and research and stuff. I've actually learned a lot more than I have in the program or even just in clinical. Um, so that's been really interesting to kind of look at the research side of things and learn new stuff and be able to apply that information and to everyday life and work and stuff too. So, but that is it. And I can't wait to watch you guys' videos and learn about you guys and meet my group. And y'all have a good day. Bye.